Warning, there is a good chance Bitcoin Mike has no idea what he's talking about. Do your own research. Enjoy the show. Thank you.
All right, folks. So the big news today, which I don't even know why this is big news. We've been through this, like 5, 6 times over the last year. The whole FOMC, waiting for Powell, see if he's going to raise interest rates, see if he's not going to raise interest rates. It's all over CNBC. You got stocks up a little bit today, but not too much. You got Bitcoin kind of hanging out, kind of where we've been. 28,400 for Bitcoin. And people are just like, all the YouTubers, all the financial analysts are just like, oh, we don't know what's going to happen. It's going to be a crazy volatile day. We don't know. But folks, we do know. Either Powell's going to raise interest rates by 0.25, which is what he's been doing for the last few months, which is what most people expect. And if he does that, even though people expect it, we'll probably see a little bit of a Bitcoin dump and a little bit of a stock market dump for like a day, and then it'll come back a day later. Or, which most people aren't expecting, is he won't raise interest rates at all. And of course, that would cause a short-term stock market pump and a Bitcoin pump. But my question is, why does anybody get so caught up in this day-to-day garbage with Bitcoin and the stock market? I get it. You're a trader. You're constantly in there. You're getting in, you're getting out. But most people aren't traders. Most people are just looking to make life-changing wealth in 2024, 2025. If you are, whether Bitcoin dumps today or dumps today or pumps tomorrow, it just doesn't matter, because we know at the end of the year we're going to be bullish. So all the YouTubers right now, you got, crypto banter going crazy. I was actually listening to Rand this morning, and I've been telling you guys how awful these guys are at trading. Like, they got the trading competition. They're trying to get everybody trading. We can honestly say Rand Nooner is the head trader, right, for crypto banter. He's like the guy he's like the head. He's the guy we all should be looking to, right, to have good trades, and he's down 20%.
I mean, in a way, actually, I'm not going to say it, because if I say it, they're going to take the video off YouTube, because I wanted to say that he maybe should have been killed. No, I'm not going to say it. All right. Listen, if you're new to the channel, I got back yesterday. You guys notched us up another 1,000 subscribers. Let's see if we can do that again today. Subscribe. I'm going to be trading on this Wednesday. I'm going to be trading FOMC. I have a plan specifically around the Deribit competition, because I'm not doing very well. The Deribit, the Bybit competition, I'm not doing very well. I'm minus 20%. But I am going to make...
Remember, Luna, he lost 100 million. UST, he lost millions. Everything he touches turns to shit. And now they're doing this big trading competition, and so far he's down 20%. So the sheep will be sheep, and they will follow the head sheep into the slaughter. Unfortunately, with him, he's making a ton of money off those Bybit link referrals. So whether he makes money or not, every time his little suckers lose money trading, he gets a kickback. So anyway, my point is, like, is it really worth trading the FOMC news? Okay, I mean, I get it. I guess, I think the Fed's probably going to raise 0.25. Okay, so if they do, maybe Bitcoin will go down to $27,000. Heck, altcoins are pretty weak today. Maybe Cardano will go down to 35 cents. It's a flip of a coin. Maybe I'll just sell everything right now. Let me just sell everything, and I'll buy back in when Bitcoin goes back down to 27. Hey, let me get some more Cardano at 35 cents. I'm just going to sell everything. But what if we don't? What if that doesn't happen and Bitcoin shoots back up to $30,000 tonight and Cardano shoots back up to 45 cents? It's just not worth it. The stress, plus the taking my money out of a long-term hold for a trade, which bumps your tax bracket, at least in the United States, from like a 15% to a 35, 40%. It just doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, I get it for a few $100s, but these people so caught up in the day-to-day movements of Bitcoin. And I've been thinking about it, like, this is why people don't make money in crypto. It's the emotions, yeah, but it's the people caught up in that day-to-day. What's Bitcoin going to do tomorrow? What's it going to do tonight? And now, right now, what's Bitcoin going to do in an hour when Powell speaks? It doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter, folks. Who cares if Bitcoin drops 10% tonight? It'll be a flash crash if it does, and then we'll go right back up. Or maybe we won't. maybe we'll have some massive Bitcoin dump this week for another reason, and Bitcoin goes back down under $25,000. Just buy more. That's all you have to do is buy more. It's so easy. Life isn't that complicated in crypto. It's one of the easiest things you can do. In fact, it's too easy, and that's why people can't make money. Anyway, a little bit of Cardano news. Cardano's monthly report reveals intriguing activity. What was its effect on Cardano? So Cardano's TVL gained a substantial margin. It grew from as low as 138 million at the start of the month to 171. So we've been talking about this for the last 2 months with Cardano. No matter what the price is right now, we know TVL is up, activity are up, wallet addresses are up, everything's up. So price will follow. You can say the same thing about Theta. Everything's up with Theta except for the price because we're in a bear market. Cardano pushed positive network growth in April. Cardano gave up its April gains after struggling to shake off the bear. Well, Cardano dumped with Bitcoin. Bitcoin went to almost 31,000, and then Bitcoin dropped back down to 28. So Cardano dropped 4 cents, 3 cents. So Cardano went from 42 cents to 38 cents. Not the end of the world. Not the end of the world. According to the update, the network maintained a positive growth in its network transactions, which grew by 2.49% to 65 million transactions. Not too shabby. I love it. And Cardano's been on an upswing with wallet addresses and TVL really for the last year if you look at it. Some months were kind of stagnant, but for the most part, Cardano has been on a roll. It's been absolutely on a roll. So that's Cardano news. And of course, you have that Pepe coin everybody's been talking about. Pepe is one of those coins. I heard about it a few months ago. It was on a long list of meme coins. I remember reading about it. I was looking up meme coins and I saw Pepe. If you bought Pepe, congratulations, you did really, really well. But a lot of people are asking, should I buy Pepe right now? It's like, at this point, you might as well just buy Cardano or something else because Pepe could lose all of these gains overnight. If Bitcoin drops down to 25,000, the narrative changes. Pepe has no use case. There's no Elon Musk behind it. It's just a pump and dumper. Yes, you could buy Pepe right now, 2, 3, even 4 extra money. But for me, now's not the time to be buying Pepe. You should have bought it a long time ago. In fact, if I was going to put money into a meme coin right now, if I had to, I'd probably try to find one that hadn't pumped yet and then just buy it now. And then maybe in 2025, when everything's pumping, you'll do really, really well. Now, if Pepe drops like 80%, maybe I'd consider buying some. But the money has been made in Pepe, and I feel like at this point you might as well just buy something else. And of course, we all know about that Coinbase former executive who bet $1 million that Bitcoin would be at like $1 million would be at $1 million by next month. And of course, we all knew that wasn't going to happen. So he closed out his bet early and paid it out to charity. Now, at the time, we were all like, is this guy crazy? But it looks like it was a publicity stunt for this guy. His Twitter followers have gone up. Ever since he made this bet, he's gotten all sorts of interviews by everybody. So it was just a desperate rich guy's plea for attention. And man, what a way to waste $1 million. Some people have so much money, it really is incredible. I mean, because I've been like doing the math, like what it would take to just never have to work again by just putting money into real estate and rental properties. I mean, you can do it with like $400,000 or $500,000. Buy a few rental properties, pay cash for them. You got the money coming in every month. You can generate 6 figures from that. Just off paying cash by $500,000 worth of rental properties, doing short-term rentals. But guys like this have so much money, they can just take $1 million out and burn it. So it must be nice to have that kind of money, but it's also kind of like sick to see you have so much money you can just waste it just to get publicity. So I don't know. I don't like this guy. We all know it was bullshit. We all assumed he was doing it for publicity, and I think we all know why he's no longer working for Coinbase because he's just, I don't know. I just hate attention whores, and this guy's definitely an attention. And I want to talk a little bit about Litecoin. We have that Litecoin halving coming up in a few months, to be honest with you. I think it's in August. So here's a story just off the presses. A Litecoin price poised for 700% gains versus Bitcoin, says Charlie Lee. I 100% agree with that. There are certain times when Bitcoin outperforms altcoins. especially in a bear market, because when you're in the heat of that bear market, those altcoins drop so much, and Bitcoin doesn't drop as much, and then Bitcoin shoots up before the altcoins. But with Litecoin, we've already seen the major dump with Bitcoin. We're going into that bull market coming next year. You have the Litecoin happening in 3 months, and then 6 months after that, you have the Bitcoin happening. So I do think Litecoin is going to outperform Bitcoin, and I think Litecoin is just as safe as investing in Bitcoin at this moment in time. Now, yes, going into a bear market in 2 years, Litecoin is not going to be as safe as Bitcoin. You know, people kind of like to pick apart my words. Everything's about timing with altcoins. I don't plan to hold Cardano in the next 5 years, folks. I love Cardano. It could be zero. I think Cardano has a guaranteed another run in it, but eventually it might go to zero. I don't think Bitcoin's going to go zero in 5 years, but I think Cardano could. Same with Litecoin. Although I don't think Litecoin's going to go to zero. But I do think buying Litecoin at this moment of in time, 3 months before the Litecoin happening, and we're coming out of that bear market, is going to outperform Bitcoin. I think minimum 10 to 15x, maybe only a 7x, but it's like Litecoin's a coin you can put like 20 grand in and be like, okay, it's probably not going to go to zero. Litecoin's probably not going to get rug pulled on me. We know Charlie Lee already sold all his coins, and we know the SEC isn't going to be suing Litecoin. I mean, even coins like Cardano, which I love, and actually Cardano is my biggest bag, tomorrow you could have the SEC coming out saying we're suing Cardano. Cardano, boom, drops down to 10 cents. So with Litecoin, that isn't going to happen, even though you're not going to get the same ROI as some of these more risky altcoins. I think it's a safe bet. I'm looking to reaccumulate Litecoin. Like I've been saying, I bought a lot at like 80 something. Now it's down to 85. Once we go to that 70 mark, 79, 78, I have a bunch of money that I'm going to be deploying into Litecoin. So Litecoin price poised for a 700% gain versus Bitcoin, says Charlie Lee. As you guys know, Charlie Lee is the founder of Litecoin. The Litecoin happening is just 3 months away, with the Litecoin price well positioned for massive gains, argues the founder. Litecoin can make some big gains versus Bitcoin, particularly as its August halving event gets closer, according to Litecoin's creator Charlie Lee. Litecoin is up 85% since record lows versus Bitcoin. Lee argues that Bitcoin could rally to 0.025 Bitcoin, or over 700% in the next bull cycle, with Litecoin happening higher throughout by design. Scalability and extension blocks, better fungibility, and privacy from Mimblewimble. I haven't heard much about this Mimblewimble, but I think that Charlie Lee and the people behind Litecoin are kind of waiting until we go into a bull market to just do that release on Mimblewimble. So think of it, folks. We got the Litecoin happening. Say Litecoin's rocking and rolling. Bitcoin's going up. We're coming out of this bear market. And then they release, oh, and by the way, we also have Mimblewimble coming out. I just think there's a lot of good things with Litecoin, and you just don't have that drama where you have to worry about like Richard Hart, who I love, but him doing something stupid if you're in Hex. You don't have to worry about Charles Hoskinson doing something stupid or saying something stupid. You just have to, all you gotta do with Litecoin is hold it and sell it in the bull market. And that's why I like it. I can see an upside target of 10%, 0.25 LTC versus Bitcoin in the next bull market. So blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to read all that. Blah, blah, blah. So in a nutshell, he thinks, I'm not going to read this whole thing, but in a nutshell, he thinks we're going to outperform Bitcoin. And I think that as well, because look at it this way. If I think Litecoin's going to go between $500 and $700 or $500 and $1,000, I don't think Bitcoin's going to go over $125,000 next bull run. So what is that from here? We're at $30,000 Bitcoin, 30, 60, 90. Okay, maybe Bitcoin has a 4x in it going into the next bull market. But I think Litecoin has between an 8 and 15x. So and it's just as safe as Bitcoin. It's proof of work. It's been around just as long as Bitcoin. I'm going to be talking a lot about Litecoin at least for the next few months as we go into that halving. People make fun of me on it, but I think as long as Bitcoin stays bullish and the market stays bullish, you're going to see Litecoin outperform most top 20 altcoins, at least for the next 6 months, going into the bull market. All right, one more look at the market. Bitcoin 20. But Bitcoin's pumping a little bit. Now we're back up to 28,491. So yeah, I don't know what's going to happen today with Powell. I know he's supposed to make his announcement in the next hour. It really doesn't matter to me. If we dump, we dump. I buy more. If we pump, I'm happy and I'm waiting to go into the next bull market. But people are so caught up in this day-to-day with crypto and Bitcoin. Folks, if you're caught up in that, you're probably not going to do too well in the next bull market, because you just don't have the mental capacity to hold through the choppiness. It just doesn't matter what happens with this. We've already been through these FOMC meetings. We've already been through these 0.25 interest rate hikes. Eventually, Powell's not going to raise interest rates anymore, and you're going to see a nice, fat, juicy pump in the markets. So whether that's this time, or whether it's in the summer, or whether it's August, it's happening soon. Buy those dips, sell in the bull market. It's as simple as that. Like and subscribe. Talk to you later.